Precept 8. Never let yourself be saddened by a separation. The philosophy of attachment and mental footwork for modern people. Are you currently holding your heart captive to a separation or loss more than necessary? Parting with a loved one, leaving a familiar workplace, or the loss of past success and status. We grieve these separations, and that emotional heavy load steals the courage to take a new step forward. This state occurs because we are attached to people, places, or our past selves. Grieving a separation robs you of the energy needed for your current actions and halts your strategic concentration on the future. About 400 years ago, Miyamoto Musashi, the undefeated swordsman, left a teaching to completely sever this attachment. In 1645, while sick and just 1 week before his death, Musashi compiled his solitary life and philosophy into 21 concise precepts. The 8th precept is the key to solving this modern fear of loss. Dokkodo Precept 8. Never let yourself be saddened by a separation. Izure no michi ni mo wakare o kanashimazu. This teaching does not mean become cold-hearted. Rather, it preaches a philosophy of ultimate spiritual independence. Do not waste emotional energy on uncontrollable external events like separation. Concentrate that energy on your own way of strategy, your life's mission. Today, I will share everything about how this 8th precept resolves the trap of attachment, the background of Musashi's thought process, and practical work you can start today. 1. Logical analysis. Why sadness of separation hinders strength. Why did Musashi judge so strictly that one must never be saddened by a separation? It is because the emotional attachment of grieving a separation becomes the greatest obstacle to the ultimate adaptability and immediate decision-making power that a strategist aims for. The danger of sadness for a strategist. Musashi's strategy is a philosophy of ultimate survival, focused on the result of living to win. Achieving the way of strategy requires pure objectivity, unwavering decision-making, and extreme adaptability. Sadness regarding separation or loss becomes an emotional bias and attachment for a strategist. This attachment clouds the judgment that divides life and death in a split second, hindering the best strategic choices. What Musashi tried to eliminate thoroughly was every emotional shackle that burdened the mind. Musashi wandered throughout his life and did not settle in a specific place. If one has a heart that clings to specific relationships or places and grieves, parting, one loses strategic mobility. Musashi's undefeated record was supported by a thorough lightness of having nothing to lose. The state of Mushin, no mind for victory. Grieving a separation implies an attachment to the past or things lost. Musashi made the Zen state of Mushin the secret of strategy. Mushin is a state where all distracting thoughts such as relationships with others or past events are discarded. Wasting energy on sadness hinders this ultimate concentration. Precept 8 functions as a spiritual declaration of independence to maintain this state of Mushin and to keep the strategist in a condition where they can objectively confront the current reality by eliminating emotional grief. Deep dive into Precept 8. Mindset to expand your capacity. Precept 8. Never let yourself be saddened by a separation. Works in conjunction with Musashi's other teachings to demand the expansion of one's capacity as a warrior. Behind the sadness of separation lies the regret of, I should have done X. Musashi taught in Precept 6. Do not regret what you have done. To not be saddened by separation, it is essential to accept the results of past actions as objective data and sever the feeling of regret. Precept 1. Accept everything just the way it is a principle of reality acceptance. Separation is a part of life. Following this universal truth, the strength to accept that reality as it is required. Musashi demanded a spirit of self-reliance, not dependent on specific ideologies, human relationships, or material things. The attitude of not grieving a separation is the proof of a tough, Self-independent self that does not rely on others or the external environment. Practical work. Energy conversion of separation. Learned from Dokkodo. Musashi's philosophy gives us the opportunity to convert negative experiences, like separation and loss, into pure learning, and a spirit of inquiry for self-growth. Here is a specific workshop to practice the spirit of Precept 8 starting today. The purpose of this work is to reevaluate the object of separation, not as an emotional debt, but as objective learning data, and to train yourself to convert that energy into future action. Work, Objective Anatomy of Loss. In this work, we will exclude emotions from past experiences of loss or separation, and extract only the functionality and learning points. This has a similar structure to the strongest rival. Setting work in Precept 4 and the severing regret work in Precept 6. 1. List 3 experiences of separation or loss that you have experienced recently or that are still troubling your mind. 2. For each item, first write out the sadness or sense of loss in parentheses. Then completely ignore that emotion and list only the objective results that the separation brought about. Example: sadness, I can no longer work with that person. Result: due to that separation, I was forced to make independent judgments for the first time. As a result, I realized the weakness of my negotiation skills. 3. Analyze what strategic changes occurred in your life's way of strategy, before and after the separation. 4. Based on the learning extracted from the objective results, define one specific strategic action for the future. Where will I focus the new footwork and time created by this separation? Through this training, the object of separation is transformed from a heavy burden, disturbing your mind, into an objective turning point that aids your growth. Conclusion: the true way is a solitary path. Miyamoto Musashi's Dokkodo Precept 8, never let yourself be saddened by a separation, functions as a declaration of spiritual independence, to detach yourself from dependence on others in the past. The sadness of separation is the greatest factor that steals your current concentration and dulls your future decisions. By accepting this teaching, you can establish your life's axis eternally within yourself, without being swept away by emotional turbulence.